Now, for the last few months, we've been following the diving journey of Mohammed Salim Patel and Sean Gash. Now, Salim, who's blind, and Sean, who uses a wheelchair, are training to become the world's first disabled deep-sea diving duo. Today, we discover how specialist military equipment has been adapted by a Northwest company to help Sean and Salim.
We've got the spirit, we've got the mind, but we need people to come in and wrap around us that have that knowledge, that have the skill set.
If you come down to the front on the chest, that's where your inflator would be.
So today we've come to Northern Diver in Wigan, and the plan is that we're going to get measured up for our dry suits so that we can dive in any temperature and see what other equipment they've got that can help us on our journey.
So then we've got 12 here.
They're actually measuring me from my first fully functional fitted suit. The first time I went diving, where it was absolutely, I was that cold and my head was hurting, and my body couldn't regulate its temperature. Whereas this suit, I'm going to be able to dive in the quarries that we are and not worry about feeling cold, not worrying about breaking down in tears, which is what I did.
When it's on the backpack, it's really quite comfortable and it's quite solid on your back.
For Sean, they've developed an underwater scooter that allows him to make it much easier for him to travel underwater.
We do a lot of different equipment for special forces, mine countermeasures. It's a spin-off from a product that we manufacture for militaries in other countries, and it's a diver propulsion system.
This is military equipment that we're using, that they've actually modified military equipment for me to use.
You can get your body right into the unit, so it's on the upper half of your body where all your movement is.
We needed to give him something that he could hold on to, but adapt the thrusters so that they were on the side of the battery pack.
And what can you say? I can't ask for anything else. It just gives me more freedom, more flexibility, more confidence underwater.
This is all to give you an idea, like how it's used. Okay.
The comms is the most exciting thing for me.
When I'm on the surface, my main form of communication is through my ears and speech. And when you're underwater, you don't really have the ability to communicate.
We can't do the normal signs and signals because he can't see it. So Curly looked at how we could modify and come up with certain signs, all by touch.
What Northern Divers are doing for us is enabling us to make it easier for us to communicate.
The communications equipment is actually used by commercial and military divers.
The full face mask, which has built-in communication, so that I can communicate with my instructor underwater, not having to rely on the hand skills, although we've learnt them anyway.
We feel very proud and very privileged, really, to be involved. We feel it's very important to give everybody the opportunity to dive.
It's nice to know that there is something here in the Northwest where there are people that have such specialisms, little things that make the biggest differences underwater and just enable us to push on in our journey.
They're brilliant, aren't they, both of them?